What is up, everybody? Welcome once again to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. I am Andy McConnell. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Cody Allstead. Cody, how are we?
We're doing good. We're actually here tonight. That's good.
That is true.
So it's become not on purpose, but like a bi-weekly podcast. Which, I mean, if it's a time to do it, it's right now. But
yeah,
we
especially
still intend to do it weekly.
Exactly. Especially, I mean, give it a couple weeks, and especially when the NBA and Stanley Cup Finals are done.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be 4 games, and then done for the Stanley Cup.
Well, I mean, the series did go 7 last year.
It did.
So
It did.
Before we jump into the Stanley Cup, Cody, how have we been these last 2 weeks?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
Kids starting to sleep a little bit more. Not a
Good.
lot, but
baby steps. No
better.
pun intended.
Yep.
Baby steps.
He's not stepping yet. No.
I know. That's why I said no pun intended.
I did get out and golf the other day. That was fun.
You probably did better than I did. So
I was playing best ball, so I can't really tell you how I did individually. I know that I was doing well with my irons and my putter, but my driver was not the best it's been.
So let's see. So my driver wasn't good. My wood wasn't good. My irons weren't good. My wedges weren't good. And my putter was... It wasn't really cold, but I couldn't get a lot of putts to fall.
Okay.
Other than that, everything was great.
Oh, yeah. You were on the golf course.
Exactly. I explored all the 9 holes that we paid for, and some.
How many balls did you lose?
4, 5, somewhere in that ball. A lot of wooded areas in Riceville. So
I believe I gave you an over under of 2.5 per 9.
2? Yeah, we only golf 9.
And I said you would lose more on the front 9 than the back. So I think I went over on the front, and I had put under on the back, but you didn't do the back. So
yeah, which in all honesty,
I'm gonna take that as a win.
I was starting to hit the ball a little bit more cleanly. Not saying it was going the right way, but I was starting to hit the ball at least a little bit more cleanly as the round was going on. So you never know. Maybe the back 9 would have done a little bit better. But yeah, first time out, little rough, little rough, because that's where I probably spent most of my time was in the rough. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Well, Andy, we work at fairway. We try to avoid the fairway when we're not working.
Maybe that's why I play. I mean, I do play better from the rough. I think that's because I spend most of my time there.
So do you think if you played at Oakmont, you would play better from the rough? Their rough's a little rougher than ours.
She's a little thick, just a little bit. Like, for anybody who doesn't know, where the U.S. Open's going to be at in a couple weeks at Oakmont, which I think is in Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure. But basically, that course is nasty. Like, it's even nasty just for the club regulars there.
Yeah.
Like, the rough is basically, if you drop the ball in there, good luck finding it. Like, you could even just drop it, like, standing right on top of it, and good luck.
Does it compare to Bethpage Black?
Yeah, honestly, I think the two are similar. Oakmont might be actually a little bit tougher.
Really?
Like, no joke. Yeah.
Wow.
So do you think Scottie wins again? I mean, since we're talking about the U.S. Open,
it's hard to bet against him.
Can I give you one reason why you should bet against him, though? You know that it's probably the most idiotic thing that you or I will both do. So as I just mentioned, about the rough, Scottie's driver, not great, very wayward. So you're gonna be hitting a lot of recovery shots, and I don't see that being a good method for success here.
Yeah, that's true, but like, whose game does this course really favor?
So I was thinking about this today. I came up with 2 guys, and I don't like saying either of these 2 guys because they're both on the Live Tour. I said Brooks Koepka just because for some odd reason this could be the one tournament. You know, Brooks always finds one about every couple of years. Like, okay, I'm going to try now.
Yeah.
Or the guy who finished runner-up or was in contention with Scottie at the PGA Championship, Jon Rahm.
I don't trust Rahm to finish a tournament.
Yeah.
Koepka is interesting, but his golf game, yeah, like you said, he finds one every year, or every couple years. But a couple years when he won his last one, he was playing better than he has been as of late. He has not played well. I guess I don't pay much attention to the LIV schedule. The only guy I see anything on in the LIV is Bryson.
Yeah.
And this course does not play well to Bryson's. He'll try to overpower it.
Yeah. And again, like we just said, if you overpower it and your drive ends up not in the fairway, you're scrambling for maybe bogey. I don't even know if you're scrambling for par.
So, to me, you're telling me this is going to come down to who has the best recovery shots.
Wait a minute, Cody. Are we thinking about the same guy?
I would think so.
Yep. Your fellow native, or your favorite, our favorite Texan. The guy who almost decapitated like 3 people on his second shot on hole on Sunday.
And made par.
Yeah, and made par. Mr. Jordan Spieth.
Oh, God.
You son of a gun. I think you're talking me into Jordan now.
He does make some incredible recovery shots.
I know, so that's why maybe this course is set up for him. Which is nuts.
That'd be interesting.
But it won't, I mean,
you know who my pick is because you sent me the picture.
No, he's in the Open, not the U.S. Open.
Oh, come on! You got my hopes
up.
I
know. I don't get me wrong. I thought he was in that too, but then I was reading comments because I saw that he was in the U.S. Open qualifier yesterday.
Okay.
And he didn't make it, but then I was reading the comments because people thought the same thing that you and I did, that he made it. It's like, no, they showed the post. And it's like, it's the Open, like the British Open, not the U.S. Open.
Damn it.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cody. It will not.
Well,
be Fowler.
Now I can go with Spieth on this one and Fowler for the next one.
Okay, I like it. I might pick Scottie for the Open Championship, but I can't pick him.
It's a smart pick to pick him for anything, really.
I mean, he has. It's kind of like Tiger-esque in a sense of, he'll hang around for the first 2 rounds, and then the third round, as they call it, moving day.
Yeah,
that's where Scottie moves to the top of the leaderboard.
Well, I saw a picture of from The Shining. It was a meme from The Shining, and it was like Scottie in the first couple days, and then on the 4th day, it was when he cracks through the door. Here's Scottie.
Yep.
It's like, yeah. And once again, his kid steals the show.
Oh, Bennett. It was Sunday was a blowout of epic proportions in more ways than one.
That's not epic. That was just a regular blowout, really.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But I have never won $4 million and then been handed my son with a
poop stain on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I saw a fun video today because you remember after the PGA Championship how Bennett, Scottie's little boy, didn't want to be let go at all. Like when Scottie tried to hand him off to Mama to go sign the scorecard. Well, he didn't want that to happen again today or on Sunday, but Scottie kind of had to because I think he had to do some interviews and some other stuff.
Yeah.
So as soon as he handed Bennett to Meredith, Scottie's wife, Bennett started to cry, but then they started tapping the door or tapping the wood and said, "Look at the wood" or "Look at the door." It instantly distracted him and got him
perfect.
Yeah, distracted him enough just so Scottie could go do his business quick.
That's awesome.
I mean, that man loves 3 things.
What?
He loves golf, he loves his family, and he loves his faith. Like those are the 3 things that matter to Scottie, and then he's pretty good at all of them.
Yeah, he's got a good life going right now.
Yeah.
He's pretty dominant. Yeah. And the thing is, like he's good at multiple things, but he's if he could like really learn to putt epically, he would be so good. Because
Oh, I know.
he's a okay putter,
Yep.
but like that's definitely his weakness. And if he learned that, he would be a very dangerous man.
And
The
that's
the,
also
the fact
one.
that
Oh, good.
the fact that the greatest golfer in the world has something that he can work on should tell every golfer in the world that they have something they can work on everything in golf all the time.
What if I need everything I have to work on?
I think yours is more of a mental and physical and you suck problem.
Yeah, you're not wrong. See, I can admit it at least, so
Yeah,
you're
that's
not wrong.
true. That's true.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, if Scotty figures out how to putt, like the old happy learn how to putt. But also, if he can just figure out his driver, just hone it in, just a like again, every golfer, whether you're Tiger, whether you're Rory, whether you're Scotty, you're gonna have wayward drives. It just seems Scotty sometimes has those stretches, not quite Spieth-esque, but yes, the stretches of bad drives, which that's what could hurt him this weekend or next week. But yeah, you're right. If he can just hone those in just a smidge, it's lights out. And thanks for coming until Charlie comes along.
Charlie won his first what was it, the American Junior golf championship.
Yeah, something like that. Where he beat actually like another golfer that they're calling basically a golf prodigy.
Yeah.
So, Charlie golfing must be in his genes.
It's you gotta think of how much pressure is on that kid from an early age. Like his dad is literally one of if not the greatest of all time.
Well, I mean, look at all the quote unquote goats of like every respective sport or series. I mean, for example, like take like Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt for racing. Kyle Petty was nothing, and I mean Dale Jr. was good, not great. Like just
Dale Jr. was very popular.
Yep,
he was the most popular driver, but he was not the most skilled. Like he deserved to be there, but he wasn't going to be winning championships.
Yeah, exactly, and I think he's even admitted that. In all honesty, like look at Michael Jordan's two sons. Not anywhere close to being what their dad is.
Right. Look at LeBron's son, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's something about like the way they grew up too. Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They probably didn't have that drive, but Charlie seems to have a drive with golf, but you know who is a good example of a father-son duo that are both just awesome?
Who?
John Daly.
Yeah.
I do like his son.
Yeah. Hey, John Daly, also an actor as well.
Yeah.
I mean, in the upcoming Happy Gilmore 2.
Somebody did tell me that it looked pretty good from the trailer, but
I thought so. I thought it did.
I have not watched the trailer yet.
I saw the little part of the trailer that I can remember is remember what what Happy did to his the Will Zalatoris-esque or lookalike in the first one. Yeah, he does that to Will Zalatoris, so it looks like. Yeah, he does that to Will Zalatoris in Happy Gilmore 2, it looks like.
Nice.
But I was looking, it looks like there's so many big names in that one.
Yeah.
Because Zalatoris is in it, JT is in it, I think Brooks is in it. I saw Nelly Corda even makes a little cameo in the trailer.
And obviously John Daly's in it, and Paige Spironic.
Yeah.
Spironic, yes. Sunny Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney? No, I don't think so.
No. Yes. I thought she was a cart girl.
No, again, I think that was all the rumored stuff. That was never verified. I think Travis Kelce's in it. I can't remember who plays Happy's caddy. There's somebody there's somebody famous that plays Happy's new caddy now.
Okay.
And like in any Adam Sandler movie, like Dan Patrick's in it. Some other guys from ESPN are in it. And I think even Adam Sandler's daughter is in it.
Oh, cool.
I think she actually plays Happy's daughter.
I'm sure his wife will be in it. I'm sure like he always slips her in and he slips.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of just it's always cool to see the little Easter eggs that are in there. Like who else makes little cameos. So talk about golf. Cody, should we get to the hockey now? Do you want to get to the hockey?
Can't wait.
Good, because I don't want to talk about hockey at all. I hate it all.
Why?
Because Connor McDavid is too freaking good.
Dude, he is scary. I hope he wins Connor Smythe.
A Conn Smythe.
Okay.
But not the cup?
Exactly. I'd like to see a repeat of that.
Oh, that would be so
Hopefully
good.
That would probably mean it'd have to go to 7 games, though. Like, I don't think you couldn't get swept or a gentleman's sweep. And
I mean,
it'd be tough.
I mean, if he scores or assists on every goal and Edmonton still loses, he easily could. Like, if they, let's say if they lose games 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and McDavid's like a factor in all those goals for Edmonton, and they get swept, he could still easily win it. Because it's for playoff MVP. Like, it's not just for the Stanley Cup.
It's not just the Stanley, and he's been very good. Like, and that's the thing about like Florida. I don't know. Florida's been very good. The person that if they would have on an MVP though, it would have to be the guy behind, or the guy in front of the net.
Yeah, the guy between the pipes, Sergei.
Yeah,
Bobrovsky.
He'd probably be their best player of it, because like we've had a lot of goals scored by many different players.
And that's what makes Florida so scary, is that it's not just like, and that was unfortunately like what got Dallas, is that they only had a couple guys that could score. Like, they did not get goals by many different people. But yeah, Florida's like, Sam Bennett, you're going to score here. Matthew Tkachuk, come on down, you're going to score now. Just like every guy, and unfortunately, Edmonton's kind of like that too. They're just so well-rounded where they had so many guys that were scoring. It should be a fun Stanley Cup match.
It really should be a very good one. First time it's been a rematch since what, 08?
Yeah.
07, 08? 08 or 09?
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark with Detroit and Pittsburgh, where
Detroit
won the first one, I think, and then Pittsburgh won number 2. Won the rematch. Or vice versa. I can't remember. They split regardless.
Yeah.
Hopefully history does not repeat itself.
Yeah, I definitely hope not.
Well, again, Canada has now won a Stanley Cup since I've been born, so I'd like that streak to continue.
I would hope that would continue too.
I have my own.
Florida wins this, you start talking dynasty.
Yeah, I put it up there with Tampa. I mean, because Florida, this is what, their 3rd straight final, I think, right? Which is right after Tampa went to 3 straight finals. They won the first 2, and then they lost the 3rd one, which Florida would be the other way around. Lose the first one, and then win the next 2. So, yeah, you're right. And I think Florida, depending on what happens with Sam Bennett, I think they have a bunch of guys still under contract. Like, their team is stacked.
Yes. What's the one from Boston? Marchand?
Brad Marchand. Yeah, Marchand.
Yeah. He is not under contract, and Bennett, like, those are big names. Like, he's elderly, I guess, for the hockey world, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, hockey players basically play until their 40s or even 40.
He's been very good for them this year, this half a year.
Again, it's why you give up picks or whatever. I think basically picks, what they had to give up to get Brad Marchand, to get a player like that, because he can help you win the cup. So, it should be fun. But I'm just happy. I have a rooting interest in that, because not necessarily because I want your team to win. I just want Edmonton to lose.
Yeah.
Again, I get it. It'll just make me feel better about my team getting beat. I also have a rooting interest in the NBA Finals, because Indiana has to beat Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City cannot win.
Yeah, how far did the Knicks make it?
Conference final. They lost to Indiana in 6.
And then they fired their head coach.
Which I think it's the right move.
Really?
I do. I think Tom Thibodeau can get you about here. He's not going to get you any higher than that. He's not going to get you here. He couldn't get you lower than there, but he's not going to get you higher than like basically you have kind of a lower floor or lower ceiling. Sorry.
I understand.
And also just the way how he plays, he does not like to make a lot of subs. Like he's going to ride his starters to death. And unfortunately, postseason time comes and your starters are gassed. Like that's normally why they'll maybe win one series, but then they'll get kind of swept or a gentleman sweep in the second round. The fact that they made it to the conference final was insane. But if they don't blow the big lead to Indiana in game one, like the 15-point lead with 2 minutes left, maybe we're talking about something different.
Interesting.
Like, the NFL equivalent to this would be like Buffalo, which I eventually think they're going to do if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, if they can Sean McDermott.
Oh.
Because just, again, getting you here, but not getting you all the way there.
It's also kind of like what the Eagles did with Andy Reid back in the day, really.
But then they fell off. Like, that was, like, they did have the wonder. And honestly, it'd be like Marty Schottenheimer getting fired from San Diego after going 14-2.
Yeah.
And then losing to New England. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. Should be a fun final. I know Oklahoma City is like massive favorites, but for the sake of that team used to be in Seattle, and I cannot have them win.
That'd make it a little bit harder for them to go back to Seattle.
No, we're just going to get an expansion team in Seattle. That's what's going to end up happening. I just don't know how they would do the records and everything, because Oklahoma City owns all the Sonics records.
Okay.
Like, if Miami got moved, let's just say today they got moved to Portland, would you follow them to Portland? Just out of curiosity.
Which team?
The Dolphins.
Oh.
Like, if they got moved, if they got up and got relocated to Portland, would you become whatever the Portland team is? Would you follow them, or would you become a fan of another team? Or would you just wait for the Dolphins to come back eventually, like in some way, shape, or form?
That is a good question. Because like in that scenario, all of my favorite players all the players there are going to Portland.
Yep.
Just
I know.
Stupid.
I know. It's like, again, when the Sonics moved to Oklahoma City, we had Kevin Durant for 1 year. And then gone.
Interesting. I think I don't know how I'd react to that.
Okay. I'm just curious. Because it's like, I mean, in all honesty, it's kind of like, I know a bunch of St. Louis people did not follow the Rams to LA because they hated Stan Kroenke for leaving their team.
Yeah. I can understand that. Like,
Oakland to Vegas is a little different because it is so close. Like, I think Raiders fans are still...
Yeah, like if Miami went to, like, Orlando...
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. Well, because then you're still if you keep the same name, you're still the Dolphins and you're still in Florida. It's like, in all honesty, I mean, the Rams, I know they moved to LA, but they still kept the same team name, you know? They didn't just completely rebrand. It's like how the Sonics became the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's why, like, I cannot.
Yeah, I think I'd have to find a new team. I don't know if I could wait until whatever, but I think it'd be a new team, or I would just become a football fan and
which again, there's nothing wrong with
not
that.
have a team.
Yeah, which I mean, that's basically what I've been with the NBA. Is I'm not really a true fan of a team. It's just more you just watch.
Yeah,
watch to watch. And then you just pick your rooting interest as you go along. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I either hate this player or I hate this team, so I can't root for them, so I'm going to root for the other team instead. Or you're going to root for the underdog. It's just how it goes.
For sure.
So let's see. Covered golf. Covered the Stanley Cup. Covered the NBA. Not really a lot of baseball still going on. Baseball's still very long. Very still young.
Actually...
What?
Colorado just got their 10th win of the season.
Who'd they beat, Cody?
Miami.
Yeah.
Shut up.
In front of 200 fans? I don't know what the ended up. Attendance. It was bad.
Pathetic.
Yeah, it's...
one of the worst teams in baseball history.
Yeah. Well, again, Florida fans do not care about baseball. They just don't.
No.
I mean, there's so many other things to do in Florida than
could I go watch
the
Miami Marlins lose, or could I go to the beach?
Yeah. I mean, even when Miami was good, like when they used to be the Florida Marlins, like nobody cared. Maybe when they initially came in, but then like even like after 2003.
The same thing happens with the Dolphins, though. Unless the Dolphins are really relevant, nobody's going.
Same thing like the Miami Heat. I mean,
I wonder, like, because I've obviously only really paid attention to hockey for the last about 2.5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
I wonder how Florida fans were 4 years ago. Because they're not technically Miami. They're Sunshine.
Yeah, Sunshine. Yep, Sunshine, Florida.
Which is, I think, where a lot of golfers live.
Yeah, you're right. Which, hey, that's why Brooksy is a fan. That all makes sense now. But yeah, if I remember it, I think I've seen some pictures of some crowds, and I mean, it's not like they were like bare, but they wasn't like capacity crowd by any means. But again, when your teams aren't winning, unless if you're a select few fan bases, people aren't going to show up. I mean, it's just how it is. If you're like Boston, I'm assuming they sold out, or went to the TD Garden, but
right. Look at like, you live in a place that doesn't have a lot going on too. You're gonna go to any sporting event you can,
like Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Green Bay fans are they're gonna show up no matter how terrible they are. It's been a long time since you've been terrible, but
again, we had a 6-game stretch with Brent Hundley. It was bad. And Deshaun Kaiser. It was not good.
Get over yourself.
I just like saying that just to see your reaction.
Brock Osweiler.
Yep. Good old
Smokin' Jay Cutler. Tyler Thigpen. I liked Matt Moore.
Yeah, he wasn't awful.
He was a gunslinger. If he would have played, or if he would have practiced like he played at all, he would have been a starting quarterback in the league for a little while.
Yeah, that is true.
He was a terrible practice guy. When he played, dude, he was a baller in games. I liked him. I'm not going to say anything bad about Matt Moore, other than he was a California boy. Like, he had that like California boy,
California swag a little bit.
Yeah, but like, they kind of don't care.
Okay,
but I liked him a lot.
Okay. Hold on. I want to dive in just a little bit of racing.
Oh yeah.
I'm mad at myself. I forgot to wear my Ryan Blaney t-shirt. I was going to wear that today, but the Twins are playing right now because Blaney won on Sunday, first win of the year, and it gets probably one of the coolest trophies in NASCAR. You get a hand-painted Gibson guitar. That's a trophy for winning in Nashville. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, one of the cooler trophies you can have. Probably up there with the Bristol sword. Like, you get an actual like gladiator sword if you win a Bristol.
Oh, that's sweet.
Because Bristol's tagline is "It's the last great Coliseum."
Makes sense.
So that was pretty cool. I was told we need to touch on F1 a little bit more in this podcast. I really still don't know why. But Oscar Piastri of McLaren won in Spain. I think that's where they were racing at.
Yeah.
And Max Verstappen is close to getting banned for a race because he had like over aggressive contact with George Russell. I did see some people were joking that Max is purposely trying to get suspended because there's some big like 24-hour iRace or on iRacing. It's like the 24 hours at the Nürburgring, which is like the deadliest racetrack on Earth. But they're saying Max really just wants to drive that, so he's trying to get suspended.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, there's our F1 update. Again, I was told we need to touch on this more for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched a little bit. I've been watching a little bit of it lately, just here and there. My brother-in-law likes it, and it's interesting. I'm not real big into it yet, but
yeah. Well, I think we're getting
especially
closer. Good.
It's hard, like watching when they raced in where was it, a couple weeks ago, during your favorite day of racing.
In Monaco. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see them passing, and they don't pass there.
Well, they don't really pass in a lot of places.
They don't pass a lot. Yeah.
It's honestly just glorified follow the leader in a big time strategy racing. Just in all honesty, but
I mean, yeah, didn't they have to add like you have to have multiple pits there just to make it so you have to have a little bit more strategy.
Yeah, which that led to more shenanigans because some of the backmarker teams would purposely leave out one of their drivers so the other one could make up time on the track after
Nice.
their top driver.
Yeah.
So it was just a weird race. They needed to change something for Monaco, or if not, that track will just have to go off the schedule.
I did see. They must have like a F2, which must be their like lower.
Yep.
Team. They must have had like a pretty big wreck somewhere, and like only it was kind of not the same, but like the race in Talladega Nights where
everybody wrecks, but
the crowd wrecks except for Bobby and or Ricky Bobby and
Jean Girard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was actually the start of the Monaco race. The F2.
Okay,
Monaco
was that
race.
Monaco?
Yeah, because
it was like first lap, wasn't it?
Yeah, first lap, first corner, because that track is so narrow anyway. Where if there's basically two cars that wreck, it's good luck to everybody else.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Let's see. Any other sports that you would like to touch on, or anything else you would like to touch on?
Well, I do want to give an update on our favorite wrestler.
Okay.
AJ Ferrari supposed to be going to. He signed a deal with UNC Chapel Hill.
Gonna go party with Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he was gonna, and they denied his admission. So he is back.
Jordan said no.
Somebody did.
Okay.
He is back on the open market. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. It's kind of been not talked about a lot, but it'll be interesting to see where that ends up.
Where do you think he ends up going?
I think, as of now, the rumor mill that I've seen a little bit has been Oklahoma. Not Oklahoma State, Oklahoma.
Boomer Sooner.
Yeah, which would be funny because he started off at Okie State. He is from Texas, so that'd be kind of close to home.
Ooh, be crossing state lines. Ooh, that's it.
There is no wrestling program in Texas, so.
That's actually kind of strange. You think there would be?
I would think there would be, but.
Okay, well, never mind then. I guess you have to go where you have to go.
Yeah. Yep, and the fact that he got third last year, and he was kind of on his best behavior for most of the season, kind of makes it surprising that but I think everybody's just waiting for that ball to drop. He is also like 26 wrestling going to be as a junior next year.
That's why, again, are we sure that he wasn't doing anything with Belichick's girlfriend at all when he was at Chapel Hill?
We're not sure.
Okay, just saying. She's a little different.
She is, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
And also, I'd like to talk about this week's Pest of the Week. Wait, I gotta find my information. Cass, where are you?
I gave you time to get this set up and everything. I was kind of trying to lead you toward that way.
Yeah, I'm not prepared.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, look at all the work that I do, hard work that I do for this podcast.
I know. You are the heart and soul. Decor Pest Control provides residential and commercial pest control for earwigs, cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bees, fleas, box elder bugs, termite inspections. Offers our monthly or quarterly services, and give Cass a call at 563-419-3251 and tell him the boys at Unrelated Sports Podcast sent you. That's us. What I will say is a controversial pest, but I don't care.
Hey, we've never talked about it before. From controversy on this podcast.
That's true. I will say this week's Pest of the Week is the high school programs in the states of, California, Maine, Washington, Oregon, and Minnesota, where transgendered or males who believe they're ladies are competing in women's sports and stealing podium spots or qualifying spots or state titles in multiple of these sports. The thing that they keep saying isn't happening or is rarely happening happened a lot this last week, the last couple weeks. So I know that there was, like, in California, there was, like, the high jump for sure was won by a male. I did see there are some more women starting to kind of stand out or stand up against it a little bit more. Like, there was a couple of girls that I think they finished like third and fourth, where a guy finished first, and they refused. I don't know which state this was or where it was, but they refused to stand on the podium with them. And there was a group of girls that wore shirts that, like XX, or they had like their chromosomes, and just trying to speak out for men to stop stealing their spots, basically. I don't like seeing it, and I'm gonna say that's our pest of the week again.
That's a good one to have. I mean, this week,
so I'll say there's a wrestler that I really like. His name is Dylan Palecchio. He wrestled for Stanford. He was he's done some great things for wrestling. He actually hosted a camp that my nephew just went to with Spencer Lee. He said some things that I disagree, because he was Riley Gaines, has been the swimmer from Kentucky, has been very outspoken against this because she had to share a spot with Leah Thomas on the podium in the, I don't remember which event it was, but swimming. Leah Thomas and her tied for 5th place, and Dylan said something along the lines of, if Leah Thomas didn't exist, Riley Gaines would have still got 5th place, which is true. It didn't affect where she placed, but it also did affect the people below that finished below them. And also there was qualifying and other events that Leah Thomas did win that should have gone to an actual biological female. And what I was going to say is, in honor of a great man that just died, passed away, Phil Robertson. He was very outspoken Christian.
of Duck Dynasty fame.
Yep.
And also famously started ahead of Terry Bradshaw, I believe, at Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, yes, and he also started Duck Dynasty, or like Duck. What was it called? Duck Commander and Buck Commander. Anyway, very religious man. If you ever get a chance to watch the movie The Blind, it's about his life. Fantastic movie made by Angel Studios. But they tried to cancel him because he was outspoken against homosexuality. They tried to cancel him, and it didn't work because he's a man of faith. And he had, during that time, he had one of the greatest quotes that I've ever read, and I'm going to say it right now, is in honor of him, was, "Our culture has accepted 2 huge lies. The first is that if you disagree with someone's lifestyle, you must fear or hate them. The second is that to love someone means you agree with everything that they believe or do. Both are nonsense. You don't have to compromise convictions to be compassionate." And that's something everybody can live by. Like, I don't agree with Andy on everything.
Most things. Well, yeah.
A lot of things, really. We'll get to food later. I'm sure it's just going to piss me off. But I still love the guy.
Thank you.
And like, my wife and I just don't agree on everything, but just because you just don't disagree doesn't mean you don't love somebody, or, like, it is a huge lie, and you see it every day in this country right now, is you disagree on something and you're a fascist, or you're a nut job, or whatever, where everybody has different beliefs. Live and let live.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. I mean, it's just, we're all human. We're all meant to if everybody agreed with everything, we all just be a bunch of gray blobs where it's just nobody can be nobody can be different. I mean, it's just how it is. Like, no, we're all built different. We're all meant to disagree with one another. But as you said, you know that if I disagree with any little statement that you have, I'm not going to hate you for it.
Right. I might tell you how stupid you are, but that's fine.
I mean, you say that all the time, so don't
do.
worry. You're going to say that probably in about 15, 20 minutes whenever we get to our top 5. So trust me, I'm just waiting to see your reaction, because most of the time it just makes me laugh, just seeing how your face gets. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just everybody just got to love one another. Disagree a little bit. I mean, it's what we do. Like, everybody can have their own opinion. And
that's the thing. Like, I don't have a problem with people being transsexual. Like, it doesn't bother me. But like, you're probably gonna have to make some compromises in your life if you're gonna, and like, be transsexual.
I mean, every action has consequences, just regardless of what it is, right?
Yeah.
So
anyway, what other sports we want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I think there's just one left, and there's some points. There's a couple things I want to touch on you with this one. So, Cody, do you want to talk about football?
Thought you'd never ask.
Okay, so we're gonna start off small, and then I'll work our way. Well, there's a couple, of the 3 things. So, number 1, there's actually some sneaky big news that happened yesterday. Frank Ragnow, the stud center for the Detroit Lions, announced his retirement at age 29. Just kind of out of the blue.
7 seasons?
Yeah. Like the linchpin, outside of Penny Sewell, the linchpin of that offense. And
that's going to have some repercussions.
And who knows, maybe Detroit had a inkling of that this was going to go on. You never know. But now, what do they do? Like, I mean, when you lose a center, I mean, you and I both know center play, very massive. Like, if you don't hit it there, like, the rest of your offensive line is compromised.
Yeah, there's 5 positions on the offensive line.
Yeah,
that's to me the second most important.
Mm-hmm.
Left tackle
or right tackle, depending on what hand your quarterback is.
There's 2 right tackles in the league. That right?
Yeah,
3 and
left hand. Okay, sorry, I thought you were meaning like of really good right tackles. But yeah, you're right. Who are the lefties? It's Tua and who?
Tua, the one from your guy.
My guy. Oh, Penix. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think there's a third one.
No, that's it.
This will actually, when they play, that's the potential to be the first time in like years that there's 2 left-handed quarterbacks starting opposite each other. Since Tebow.
Did Vic and Testaverde wasn't a lefty. Who the heck else was it? Because Vic and Young never played against each other.
Did Tebow and Leinart ever play against each other? That might have been.
It would have been close. It would have been very close. Because, actually, no. I don't think Leinart would have been in the league. He wasn't in the league for like 8 years. Because Tebow didn't come in until 2011. Maybe Leinart and Vic, though. If Vic wasn't in jail by that point.
Well, he also got back out and then played again.
Yeah.
He played a second.
I know, 2010. That's when he came back with Philly. But Leinart might have been on the league by then. Because it was bad. I'd have to say there probably was. I mean, you're right. I think either Vic Leinart or Vic Tebow, maybe. That's a good question, though. Okay, so do you want me to go on to my second point?
Yeah.
Then? Okay.
Yep.
So point number 2, Cody. Did you happen to see who was on the cover of the new Madden video game?
Yes. Can you imagine? You saw the pose that they're making him do, right?
Yep.
And can you imagine making the corner that got roasted by that relive it?
But here's the thing. If you look at the cover, he's not on it. I mean, it's just a black helmet. You can't actually tell. It's not the Jag, whoever the Jags player was that got leapt on. are left over.
But they showed the video of them doing it, and it was him doing it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. So basically, what this means though is that Philly's not going to do anything this year, right? Or at least Saquon's not going to do anything this year.
I mean, the curse. You believe in the curse.
Okay, tell me why the curse is not real. Look at how did Christian McCaffrey do last year?
He got hurt.
Yes. Exactly, Cody.
Dude,
Saquon, aside from 2 years, has been hurt.
Yeah, I get it, but you're talking about this injury-prone guys got injured. Yeah, shocking, but I don't believe for any reason that it's because of them being on the cover.
I mean, I know
because there
are two humans who have been on the cover who have not been impacted by the curse, and they're probably going to end up being the two greatest quarterbacks of all time.
And they were on the same cover at one time.
Yes, it is Mahomes. Yeah. It is Brady. That's it. But those are the only two. Lamar got hurt after he was on the cover.
I don't believe it has anything to do with him being on it.
Okay, whatever. I mean, again, we will agree to disagree. But, yeah, so basically anybody in fantasy world out there, don't take Saquon. It's just going to end bad.
He's going to be the first pick in a lot of leagues.
I know he will. That's why I'm hoping I don't have the first pick. I don't know who I'd wanted the first pick. It would not be good. I don't know where I'd go. I'd probably go Jamar Chase. Just in all honesty. Because they're going to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah.
That's probably the best case scenario. Okay, so the third thing I want to touch on, it's something we actually touched on last week, Cody. At work.
Okay.
We were discussing if you had to rank the best quarterbacks from each team, or from each team in NFL history, who would be the worst of the best? And we said, believe the Jags, right?
I would think that the Jags best quarterback would be the worst best quarterback in the NFL, which would have been
Mark Brunell.
Mark Brunell, yeah. Did you come up with somebody better?
No, I was just trying to think who else would be on the list then. Who would be the bottom three?
Ooh.
It'd be Brunell, whoever you would say for the Texans, Deshaun or Matt Schaub. And then Russ? Or I don't know. It depends what you want to do for Tampa at quarterback, if you want to go Tommy or Baker, but yeah, I'm going to put Russ as number 3. I mean, just in all, and if you look at Russ's stats and everything, I put him at number 3 of the best of the worst, or the worst of the best. Sorry, I think that'd be better way to frame it.
So it's the best quarterback of all time of each team.
Yep.
It was, by the way, the last time 2 left-handed quarterbacks started against each other in the NFL was week 3 of 2012 when Michael Vick played Tim Tebow.
Okay. See, okay. So I was thinking it was Vick and somebody probably.
Yeah.
So, okay, interesting.
I mean, last year we finally got white starting cornerbacks. I mean, that's 2 lefties playing against each other.
Thank you, University of Iowa.
The only other thing that could happen would be the Bills or the Vikings winning a Super Bowl, or just the Bills winning one and the Vikings leading one.
You and I both know if those two teams meet in the Super Bowl this year with Rodgers leading Minnesota against Josh Allen, it's the world's just going to end. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, that would be terrible.
Hey, by the way, congrats to Josh Allen. He finally got married.
Haley Steinfeld? Well,
yes.
Haley Allen now? Actually, I did see the Dolphins. I don't know if he's still the Dolphins punter or not. Jake Bailey.
Yeah.
He married his wife this year. Her name was Bailey something, so her name is literally now Bailey Bailey.
That's funny. There's a NASCAR driver. His name's Justin Haley. He married a girl whose first name is Haley, so her name is now Haley. That's pretty funny.
Haley and Bailey. They should double date.
Yeah, they should. You're right.
Yeah. Then again, I have an aunt named Mar, whose last name was Mar for most of her life, for part of her life.
That's true. That is very true. And then you also have one who's also who is Shar Mar as well.
Yeah,
rhymes. So
yeah,
I like rhyme. I like rhyming. It's fun.
You should watch some of the movies my kids watch.
Maybe I do.
Actually.
Say I beat you to the punch. Don't you worry. Okay, so who's your bottom three then? I mean, aside from Brunel.
I'd have to put a lot of thought into that because, well, who have the Raiders have that's been?
Ken Stabler. Which, I mean, him or Joe Willie, you could probably throw in the bottom five. You know, Joe Namath.
I said Joe Namath, but you ex-nayed that before.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wouldn't put him as the worst of the worst. He could still be bottom five, just if you look at actually his stats.
Yeah. That was an interesting thing that I came up with, but
yeah, it was actually a really good idea for once.
Shit. Every good idea that's ever happened on this podcast has been me.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
All one of them.
But yeah, if any of our listeners here have any thoughts on this, just let us know. I'm actually really curious to see if anybody has an opinion on this. Because, for example, if anybody's coming out and trying to say who the best Titans or who the Titans, because they never really have had great quarterback play, look at Steve McNair and then get back to me.
I mean, yeah, but you might have some. Steve McNair was good, but
MVP.
Yeah, but Vince Young won a Rookie of the Year doesn't mean he was
MVP.
I realize that, but there's been players that have been one year wonders.
I know. Okay,
there's been quarterbacks that have been
wonder.
What? Yeah, I agree. McNair was, but he was. Wouldn't put him as an all-time great. I wouldn't put him better than Russell Wilson.
Oh, Cody. If you put
Russell Wilson at least one.
Look at the team that they had to deal with.
Right, but you can see, Tom Brady had some of the greatest teams behind him with defensively.
I know, but Eric McNair went toe-to-toe with the greatest show on turf.
That he did. They lost by about yay much.
1 yard. You're right. But again, I mean, Russ had the Legion of Boom, arguably one of the greatest defenses of all time. Are you trying to say now that Trent Dilfer is better than Steve McNair?
No, I'm not. And I'm also not saying that, who was the quarterback for the 85 Bears? Because he was...
Jim McMahon.
Wait, who's the greatest Bears quarterback of all time?
Sid Luckman?
Sid Luckman.
Yeah.
That might be that's a bottom five.
Maybe bottom three. Again,
up until right now, though, the Bengals haven't had good quarterback play, really.
Just Boomer Esiason.
Yeah.
I mean, he led him to the Super Bowl, but that'd be about it.
So did Joe Burrow, but...
Yeah, you say very valid points here. And I guess, the Browns, Bernie Kosar, maybe. Yeah, you could really filter in, the bottom, 7, and then you can kind of have fun with.
Yeah, a lot of arguing.
Yeah, the top is pretty simple. It's Mahomes, the system quarterback that is part of New England's history. And then...
Peyton, Marino. Well, it depends on who you pick for the Packers. Because the Packers have had very good... Who do you pick for the Steelers? Because I'm going with the backup to Phil Robertson,
That's where I think I would go, too. I think he's one of the most underrated quarterbacks of all time.
Yes. He won 4 Super Bowls in an era that they killed quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a fun discussion of trying to think. Okay, where do you like? Where do you
It
put?
makes you also think like, look at how many teams have had multiple good quarterbacks, and look at how many of them had like one.
So like, take Atlanta for example, where they had Vic, and that's
Matty
about it.
Ice would be their best
Yeah,
of the rest, but
yeah.
look at, I
Like
mean,
Carolina.
um, yeah, Cam
Yep.
Newton. Ooh, that might be.
I know, but
I'm putting
what?
Cam. Ooh, he won an MVP, dude.
I know
He's an example of exactly what I was saying about like
it wasn't just
one
one
year
year
wonder.
though. I wouldn't say
Okay, but
just
like
one.
two.
I'd say at least five. I mean, from Cam's rookie season to probably 2017, I would say.
I think it was a very steep up. Like I wouldn't put his rookie season, like his rookie season was a good rookie season, but it wasn't.
Well, one was one of the best rookie seasons of all time.
Yes, I agree. But we've been seeing more and more of that, like great rookie seasons, and then a fallout. Look at Houston. Let's see what
Yeah,
happens with Washington next year.
that's gonna that division's gonna be very interesting. Just because everybody thinks that the Giants and the Cowboys are gonna suck, which they probably will. But then, like, how are Philly and Washington gonna be? Especially again, Madden curse. But
God,
see,
I hope you can see my eyes rolling on that.
I did. Don't worry, I did. But yeah, and then like, how does Caleb Williams do with Ben Johnson? Like, there's so many interesting storylines. Like, how's Aaron Rodgers gonna do with Kevin O'Connell? Like, how's this all gonna work?
You're an idiot.
I'm gonna keep. Hey, has he signed with anybody yet?
Yeah, not that I've seen.
Which, again, what does Pittsburgh do if they do not get him? I know what they. I honestly, I know what they're gonna do probably.
What about what are the Saints doing? Good God.
Still trying to get out of Drew Brees' contract,
Who is
and
going
they're
to be
still.
their starting quarterback? Because
Um,
Rattler? You think it's going to be Spencer
no,
Rattler?
Tyler Shook, the guy who they took from Louisville. It's not gonna be good. They're gonna. They're gonna try to get another Manning to come back to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another Arch Manning?
yes, yeah. Which I don't know if the Manning family will let that happen. You know, not that they have done that before or anything. Um,
No.
but yeah, there's a lot of interesting quarterback storylines going on. But no, what I think is that if Pittsburgh does not get Aaron, I think they go after Kirk Cousins. It just makes sense. I
Somebody's
think
got to.
because he won't. I mean, he's not going to just ride the bench for Atlanta. Like, that just creates an added distraction to your new starter. Like, why
Yeah.
would you want that? So we'll see.
There's some
Again,
interesting storylines coming. Like, it's training camp. I'm actually surprised that I haven't seen any of the post June 1st cuts happen yet.
oh
Really
yeah,
haven't seen. Like, I'm waiting on the Dolphins are going to be getting rid of Ramsey. I know that.
I wonder if it's one of those they're waiting as long as they can to try to get a trade done, and
Yeah.
then when they know they can't get anything, then it's going to happen. It's like, I really still don't know what's happening with the Packers with Jair. Like, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if he's staying. I don't know if he's going. I don't know.
Now, yes, the Dolphins are also. They were talking about. They were talking with the Steelers about getting rid of Jonnu Smith, and then
Mm-hmm.
that got ended. And then today,
Now it's
a tight end from the Steelers got injured, so they're talking about
yeah, it's
that trade
happening
again. And
again.
like, he's been the best tight end we've had in 15, 20 years.
Yeah,
Why are we getting rid of him? Because we're
because you guys are a
stupid.
smart organization, Cody.
Yes,
You guys are really smart.
yes, they are. I
Maybe you can. Are you guys going to trade him for Pat Fryermuth then, or what are you going to get? Which I don't know. Actually, Pittsburgh fans would have fun with that because you know how they just say Muth now, or like
Yeah.
how they used to say Heath. Then they'll just have fun with Janu. Like, I mean,
that would be
I think that's a prerequisite if you want to be a Steelers tight end. You have to have some catchy name that they can just yell.
for sure.
It's like when the Packers would yell
Coon.
Coon.
Yeah.
Man, you know, see, we actually touched on a lot more football than I even thought we were going to.
Me too.
How about that? Hey, just one quick thing I did see about the new college football video game coming out. I don't think Bill Belichick and Coach Prime are going to be in it.
Oh, darn.
I know. I mean, not that Belichick's been in in any football game for the last 25 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to get it.
Again, I'm still debating. We'll see.
It's just, yeah. Oh, they're coming out with some different things. Cool. They'll still, if they're good, they'll be in the next 3. I'll get it.
That's true.
Plus, how am I going to get a 30-year dynasty or finish a full dynasty if I get a new one every year? I can't finish a whole one in a year.
Just have to learn to multitask, my friend. You have to learn to multitask.
I have to stay up till 4 a.m. every night to do that.
How's that different than 3 a.m. that you do every night?
I'm getting kept up different than staying up.
Exactly. So again, multitask. So
Getting past my bedtime anyway.
Yeah, it looks like Papa's starting to get tired. So
for sure.
Should we get into our top 5 that we've been I don't know if we've been teasing it, but let's get into our top 5 for the week, shall we?
Let's hear Andy's terrible food takes. Andy's terrible food takes brought to you by
Okay, they're not that terrible, but only partially terrible. But our top 5 is brought to you by the boys at Lick Takes Lawn Care. Just a reminder to all you out there, the Lick Takes specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control, any power washing that you may need, and any small engine repair. Give the guys a call at 563-203-4238 for any questions you may have.
Yay.
Okay, Cody. What are we doing?
We're doing our favorite grilling items. Grilling foods.
Yeah. Especially with the weather getting so nice. I mean, we even grilled this past weekend.
I mean, I guess I grill year round, but that's just me.
Sorry, for the first time we just grilled. Okay, yeah, whatever.
I literally grill in the middle of winter. I don't.
Oh, okay, stop. More power to you there.
Yeah, don't hang out by the grill.
I mean, you can keep warm at least.
It's true, but
so, do you guys have a gas grill or a charcoal?
I have a gas grill. I wish I need to get a charcoal grill again. It's been a while, but I have a gas grill. I have a pellet smoker, and I have a Blackstone.
Okay, I gotcha.
I do a lot of cooking outside.
I can tell just a little bit. It's a good thing you work in the meat department.
Exactly. My number 5 item is barbecue ribs.
Oh, nice. Not a ribs guy, but nice.
Of course you're not. You're a McNugget
I'm gonna
guy.
have fun with this so much.
I'm gonna hate this so much. I know I am.
You probably are.
I'm taking back what I just said about Phil Robertson too. Your food takes make me hate you.
Good.
I do like barbecue ribs though.
Okay, that's good. My number 5. I'm gonna go with this one. Actually, might kind of surprise you. You ever had garlic bread on the grill?
Ooh, it's been a long time, but yeah, I have.
It's really good. I love
good.
Garlic bread on the grill. So hey, how about that? Did you like that one at least?
That's strangely not a terrible take. I mean, it wouldn't be in my top 5, but it's good.
It is very good.
It's not
I love garlic bread though. So
I do too.
Okay.
Well,
that'll be all of my surprises.
I bet you have one. That'll be your only surprise. You'll probably have another one or two that I'll agree with, but
okay.
My number 4 is bacon wrapped stuffed sweet peppers.
Okay.
I like
one. The bacon
I have to make those for my wife every time I grill, and I eat them too. They're delicious. I don't do the jalapenos because, I don't like jalapenos.
Do you like spicy stuff or no?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Yeah, and I'm not a big spicy guy. I mean, yeah, no. I'll eat Mexican food, but nothing with a big kick to it.
I can't. I just can't.
Okay. My number 4, I'm just going with a nice, juicy chicken breast on the grill. I love chicken.
Do you do anything to it?
Me?
Italian dressing or anything? Or marinated or anything like that? Or do you just eat?
Just eat it. Just eat it plain.
Do you have a sauce or anything you dip it in or anything?
No. Why would I do that?
Okay.
Why would I ruin the taste of the chicken, Cody?
Okay. Just checking.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
All right, my number 3 is a thick cut Iowa chop. Iowa pork chop. Big, thick, juicy pork chop. Love it. My favorite thing to do is I sear both sides and then I put it on the top rack, standing it up on the bone, and just kind of let it bake in there.
Okay. Nice.
Unfortunately, my wife doesn't really like pork chops, so I don't get them very often.
I don't mind them. I mean, they're not awful, but not like my first choice of meat by chance.
No, they're not. They're my third.
Well, I know. I'm just saying they're not my first. Okay, my number 3. It's that we're going simple. I like hot dogs. Just a nice little hot dog on the grill. We had those the other night, so I know that does not surprise you.
I have them too. I like them. They're just not something I would be like, ooh, I can't wait to have a hot dog on the grill.
I mean, I can't.
I will have a hot dog at the turn. I look forward to that.
Yeah, no. See, I don't know. It's just for me. It's just a lot of it depends on what kind of hot dogs. Like I like the Oscar Mayer hot dogs. Like I can't eat a lot of the other ones.
Mine's Nathan's. Give me a Nathan's dog.
Nathan's famous.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's number 2?
Mine. So my number 2 and 1 are both going to be different cuts, but they're just. Number 2 is a sirloin strip steak. Cut off the culotte muscle. It is fantastic. A little garlic, salt, and pepper on it, and I'm sold.
Nice. Okay, my number 2 is a nice, juicy burger.
The burger. See, that one I figured would be on there. And I'm not going to talk smack about a burger. There's nothing wrong with the burger. That's probably my first thing not on the list.
Okay, how do you prefer your burgers, just out of curiosity?
Just a plain burger with cheese on top of it?
No, like how
medium.
Okay. I'm medium well. That's kind of how I like mine.
Mine's probably medium rare.
Okay. I know you've told me you like stuff a little bit more rare.
Oh yeah. I can eat raw bacon, really.
That's a disgrace to bacon.
No, crispy bacon is a disgrace to bacon.
Oh, no, child, please. No.
You're eating char, not bacon at that point.
No, okay, whatever. Whatever. This is the one thing I can't get into an argument about with you about. I just, no, can't do it.
Okay. Numero uno. Mine is a thick ribeye steak.
You must like steak, Cody.
I do like steak. I had a ribeye steak tonight, actually.
Nice. That's nice. I know I'm not the biggest steak guy. I think I've told you that before, but
well, it's because your mom won't cut it up for you.
No, I just don't like it. Just I don't know, it's too rough. You're right there.
Okay. No. Just disappointed. Okay. I feel like your father. I feel like your father right now. Disappointed in you.
I got no snappy comeback for you. I got nothing. Okay, so my number 1, and Cody, this honestly should not surprise you, just because I've had it number 1 in other forms. Do you have any idea what it is?
Breast milk.
That was good.
God, I gotta think of this. I know you. No, I can't think of what it'd be. It's gonna piss me off when I hear it.
It is potatoes on the grill. Like, especially when you get like the crispy potato, like the sliced potatoes, and you get them like crispy, like the nice little crispiness. Like you can go for the juicy ones, the soft juicy ones in the middle, or you can go for the crispy ones around the edge. So, and they have such good flavor. Like, I love potatoes so much. What? What's wrong with that? What?
My God.
Okay. I still fail to see the problem with any of this.
Just, you are a potato.
I love potatoes. I've told you that. I mean, I've said this over and over again. How are you not surprised by this?
A potato. Like,
I love potatoes on the grill.
I like potatoes as much as the next guy, but there are hundreds of foods that are better on the grill than a potato. A potato isn't even like a grilling food. Like it's a side piece.
I didn't say
you're talking about it. Oh,
I mean,
who has their favorite food as the side piece? It's
me.
Oh, you're
what if I said, hey,
you're a disgrace.
Hey, what is my favorite holiday food? What if I told
mashed potatoes?
Exactly, mashed potatoes and gravy. So that's a side piece, correct?
Have you ever had mashed potatoes and hamburger gravy? That's a meal right there.
Yeah, I know, but I also just like mashed potatoes and regular gravy. Is that a meal?
No, you don't have any meat.
So
I'm not a vegetarian. Oh, I don't like you. I don't respect you.
I got the exact response that I wanted. So this is good.
Potato.
So
people in Idaho don't even like potatoes that much.
So I'm assuming, do you like your potatoes on the crispier side out on the grill, or do you like them like more soft?
I don't even know what you're doing on the grill with them. Like, are you just slicing them and putting them on the grill, or?
Yeah, slice them, put them in tinfoil. That's what I said.
You did not talk about tinfoil. You just said putting.
I said slice them, though. I did say slicing.
I don't remember that. I was probably in a blind rage.
Yeah, you probably were already.
I mean, I do them sliced with. I would rather have them a little crispy, I guess, but.
Yeah, because
with some butter,
you can make them nice and soft, non-crispy for the people who don't like them, and then give me all the other crispy, like the crispy edges and everything. You gonna be all right, sir?
No.
Okay. That's good.
No.
I'm just fueling the fire. Just add. I'm coming in hot. That's what we're doing.
Hot potato.
Hot potato. Yeah.
Andy. Just no. This terrible food take was brought to you by Andy McConnell.
That's me. That is me. Oh boy. Okay. Well, anything else you want to touch on before looks like you're getting ready to kill me, basically?
I'm thinking about it. No, I think I do know that you should like, follow, subscribe, and post comments about how terrible Andy's food takes are.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, what Cody said. Bring it on. I'm here for all the haters. I really don't care.
And
including my main hater that's right by me.
That's me. Anyway, remember also that fullbacks are people too.
I can see if I can finish this with a straight face. So, thank you, everybody, for listening to our kind of becoming bi-weekly podcast. We will try to be back next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Everybody have a good night.
Peace.